This is the first weekend after the terrorist attack in Pahalgam. We are still quite shocked with the incidents which have turned out. But yeah, IPL चल रहा है अभी मुंबई का मैच चल रहा है LSG and Mumbai are playing in Wankhede Stadium. But we always talk about cricket on this channel. So one thing which is related to cricket and the current circumstances which are going between India and the neighboring country, that everything has been cut off. The political ties have been cut off. The water is probably being cut off as well. Pakistani visas have been cut off. Indian nationals in Pakistan have been called back, and all the Pakistani nationals in India have been sent back as well. So these are the things which are happening politically. So do you think that India Pakistan, the cricket agenda should be stopped, and should India and Pakistan cricket being banned, and we shouldn't play them even on the neutral venues in the ICC tournaments which we generally play? Is the question for today which we need to address, because obviously when everything is cut off, then why cricket should need to be continued? That's what we believe and we think. But I'll take your first views on that. Weber, what do you think?
I think it should be banned. What is happening is correct because how
Mhm.
long can someone keep sending, illicit military forces into India and keep fighting? This has been happening since 2611. Since then, no cricket matches happened properly between India and Pakistan. It's always
Mm,
happened at some neutral venue or at some ICC league or ICC
mm,
tournament. So I think there's no point playing India versus Pakistan anyways because Pakistan have such a fabulous squad that they keep losing. So I
mm,
think it's better off that India not play Pakistan. They've got other teams like Bangladesh, Scotland, Ireland. These teams can
mm,
better come in and,
mm,
and play. And anyways, the Champions Trophy, what was happening? We all knew what happened. Because
mm.
eventually, like most of the tournament was finally in Dubai. So might as well
Right.
not include Pakistan as one of the main countries. They're as good as as good as maybe an Oman team or a UAE team. That's the sort of cricket they're playing anyways. So why consider
Mm,
them to be a mainstream team? And even politically or financially, they have been on the decline since a very long time. So I
mm,
don't see cricket flourishing there anytime soon either. Even if
mm,
their population plays it, the same thing happens in other countries also. In Ireland, you still have people playing cricket but
mm,
that's not their main sport. They don't even play that properly. Same thing can be said about Pakistan. The whole country plays it, but they're not good at it. I
right.
don't see the point in them playing with India or India playing them. I don't
Mm,
consider them to be a good team.
right. Yeah, it's not about considering them good or bad. It's just about the hypocrisy. It will look like if India still continues to play cricket with them, even after whatever is happening politically between the both countries. So I'll ask you, Jinaj, that how logistically and financially is it possible to ban the India and Pakistan encounters in going forward in any ICC tournaments, because that is when predominantly we play, and Asia Cups as well. So how much logistically and financially it is possible for ICC to carry out these things where two teams are not played? Is it just that they are divided in two groups, or it is that only this specific encounter, that is as it is done for this specific encounter, that a neutral venue is chosen, the venue is entirely changed for India when things are happening in Pakistan? If it is not carried out and India does play Pakistan, will India will be called hypocritical for this act?
No, firstly, we have to understand that even if you do not keep them in the same group, you keep them in different groups. What
Mm,
if they qualify for the semi-final and they end up playing with India?
नहीं होगा
right.
Assuming no, no, I'm saying like assuming it. What if it happens? Like you never
Mm,
know. I mean, you cannot count a Pakistan out. I mean, we lost against them. You never know. Like they might put in a good squad, or if there are any rain delays, and because of that they magically get into the playoffs. I mean, into the knockouts. Then what do you do? Do we
mm,
just give them that match and ask India to return home? Like what else you can do? The best possible way for even to, I mean, see, logistically, financially, I don't think there would be much of a problem if we do not keep Pakistan as well, or if there are no matches between Pakistan and India. Yes, we do watch that match and everything of that sort, but if you have to also look at the decline in the viewership as well, especially after the Champions Trophy or before the Champions Trophy match, there was one, I think it was in India Today, wherein There was one journalist who was called up by India Today from Pakistan, and she was also complaining the same thing, that Indian, because of India and Pakistan, we get more viewership, and the ICC tournament stays profitable. But that's not the case. The viewership has declined considerably, and we could also see the same thing in during the India Australia Test matches as well in BGT. Like there was record breaking crowd viewership, there was record breaking crowd, I mean, in the stadium as well. Like across all 4 days, we could see around 93,000 or more than that, sorry, around 135,000 walking crowd across 4 days. I mean, this much of an hype between an India Australia is not seen much, especially since the World Cup final. We could see that there is a rivalry between these two teams, and the rivalry between India Pakistan has gone now. So that way, logistically, financially, there won't be much of a problem. And what India should do, considering its power in the ICC foray, they should they should do a complete ban with Pakistan and not allow them to play. We can do that. I mean, what's the problem in doing that? We have seen that happen in the past in cricket itself, with South Africa during the apartheid movement, when they were not allowing the blacks to play, and because of that, all the countries around the world had broken all relationships with them, and
Right.
South Africa were not even allowed to play in the
Mm,
World Cup. So we could
mm,
see that before. We could see that before. We also saw it, I think, between Bermuda and I think England it was, or Australia it was, that when they had when Bermuda was ruled by a dictator during that time. I'm not sure, it's a very old thing. I wasn't born that time,
mm,
but I
mm,
heard this somewhere. And at the currently now also we can see during the Russian invasion of Ukraine, we could
mm,
see that they were banned from Olympics. They were banned even from the FIFA World Cup 2022.
mm,
So all of this can happen if you have, since one power we have got, that is in cricket, we should ban them all out, and
yeah.
there won't be any problem because they anyway don't play that great of a cricket as well. So the logistic and financial point of view, there won't be much of a problem, I feel.
So yeah, I mean, the next possible encounter which we can see is in India-Pakistan match in the T20 World Cup. It is highly unlikely that that particular encounter can be affected by this, but future when the Indus Water Treaty does take effect and the water does being cut off from Pakistan, do you think some retaliation may come in the cricket fund as well from Pakistan as well, Weber, or do you think that it's just India in the control, so it's Pakistan can't do anything.
What can Pakistan do? They haven't even selected their prime minister properly. They haven't
Mm,
decided on that properly. What else can they decide?
mm,
So I don't think they will do anything.
right.
According to me, Pakistan shouldn't be playing cricket. If
Mm,
India has, if India has enough control with ICC, then
mm,
they should boycott all Pakistan matches or remove Pakistan from ICC itself. They should be banned
mm,
for a few years. Like how there was a
mm,
temporary ban on, I think, Kenya or Uganda or some country like that
Yeah.
because of some politics within their selection committee or cricket association. Something of that
mm,
sort should be done because
mm,
looking at it from a cricket perspective, people might say, especially Australian viewers or uh, the English people might say that no, this shouldn't be done. But then
No, Australia themselves don't play with Afghanistan. What they will say?
oh,
yeah,
They
it's just
themselves don't play with Afghanistan, citing women rights issues over there.
yeah,
yeah. So if when they can do it, India should also be able to do it because this is not just women's rights or men's rights. This is like a national security issue, and it should be, you know, dealt with in harsh terms, not with simple terms.
mm,
True.
yeah. Quite agree with that actually, because one country has been a pain in the ass for most of the countries around the world, and it has been proved. It is not that it hasn't been proved as well, and in the past they have accepted themselves that their governments have been uh, peddling terrorism for their personal agendas or stuff. We are not getting into the political stuff, but talking about the cricket, do you think that the presence of an Indian in the ICC chairmanship in the form of Jay Shah, these things where boycotting Pakistan or getting ripping off the first step can be ripping off the test status for Pakistan from cricket. All these harsh steps do you think because of the presence of Jay Shah are more likely or possible in the current state of scenarios, Jinansh, or do you think that it is not as simple as it looks like?
No, I mean it is simple. Like if they really have the power, like they, I mean India funds most of the cricket boards in the world, like be it Afghanistan, be it Oman as well, and be it other cricket boards as well. Like India, some portion of the money goes to them. I mean, I'm not sure about Oman, but entirely the Afghanistan cricket board is funded by the BCCI. So I don't think there should be a problem unless there is some political issue, like external forces or something of that sort. But considering the kind of power and the kind of money India brings to the table, they should be able to ban Pakistan outright.
Mm,
The test status could be a good first move to strip them of the test status, and
mm,
then we can see what happens in the T20 World Cup. As you said, the 2026 World Cup would be a bit unlikely, but again, you can start with the Women's World Cup, wherein you ban
mm,
Pakistan from the Women's World Cup. So that would be another good start,
mm,
and then probably in the future, like the 2027 World Cup, we can, if Pakistan stays till that time, we can
mm,
ban them from the ODI World Cup as well,
mm.
because I don't think Pakistan would be there also.
It might sound a bit harsh on one particular country as we are speaking about all this banning or ripping off the test status, but the kind of agendas this country has been running for a while, and the kind of help they have been giving and peddling terrorism has been quite gruesome at the least to say, and India has been on the receiving end for the most of the times for all this. If India is on the receiving end for the terrorism most of the time from this country, I think India should be the one to start off the retaliation for it in the sports front, at least where we talk about cricket, where we are in the power, as people say. Do you think that because of the presence of the WCA, that is World Cricket Association, and the talks of how India is benefiting more than the other countries, and like some countries or some specific players having their own issues with India having the powers, do you think these things will be tough to handle, or do you think this is different, and terrorism involved by a certain country and ripping off the status is a different issue altogether, Jinesh?
Anything can happen. That World Cricket Association, to be honest, until the PATQ, I mean, until they raised an issue about the unfair advantage India has got,
Mm,
I didn't even know that there was such an organization. So you can see that how deceptive these organizations are as well. Like you don't know that they exist as well, and someday they just come up and
mm,
they create problems. When India keeps funding them, I mean,
yeah.
most of the players, especially Pat Cummins, whom you're talking about, we could see the
Mm,
kind of money he's taking from us. Like it's because of us only, because we are watching him, but the kind of money he's taking from his franchise. So it's
mm,
kind of a double standard. Like you take money from us as well, and then on top of that you file a petition where India gets unfair advantage. So
yeah.
yes, even when these moves are made, you may see these kind of associations to prop up, and all of these associations are foreign funded, are anti-India kind of uh, agencies, by
Mm,
the kind of petitions they are raising. So
yeah.
yes, they, you can see that they will create some kind of a problem, but it would be much of a narrative kind of a play. They would want to set up a narrative that we are important
Mm,
association, but we never heard of them as well. So not much of a problem considering the kind of power India has. They have done a very good thing by suspending all the PSL broadcasting as well in India.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's another good thing. You
Yeah.
can see the kind of leagues also they are running. They
Mm,
don't have much foreign players. Most of the foreign players, they are in the IPL. Most of the foreign
yeah.
players. So the main foreign players. So yeah, it won't be much of a problem because many of them play and many of them would not want the money to go, because
Mm,
17 crores for 3 months is
yeah.
like BCCI just gives 7 crores for a year,
Yeah.
excluding match fees, but these people get 17 crores excluding match fees for 3 months.
Mm.
So no, I don't think there would be much of a problem.
So yeah, to summarize what we spoke about in today's video is that yes, India has the powers in the Indian international cricket front, and certainly we have a chairman who was a chairman of BCCI, is now the chairman of ICC as well. So India should utilize these powers which we have, and the kind of advantage we bring to cricket to start a retaliation against Pakistan, not because of they are harming us, but because they are harming humanity and mankind on a large basis now, and getting advantages from cricket where India is the most powerful country in that front is quite unfair, I guess. And I don't think India needs money from Pakistan. India, anyways, just donates whatever it gets from the Asian Committee to all the Asian countries in cricket. BCCI doesn't take a penny from there, and India is earning so much well from the BCCI, from the IPL, so to say, and the other tournaments from England and BGT as well. So I don't think India needs, even financially, needs to play Pakistan on any front, as to say. So
By
yeah,
the way, there is an Asia Cup coming this year,
right.
T21. We'll see
Okay.
what does BCCI do in that. That'll be interesting.
Yes. So
Because if
yeah.
they have got the power, then Asia Cup would be the
Mhm.
best, like the most easiest route to do. But then who will be the fourth team? We'll have to see.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, let's see how Asia Cup pans out, because Asia without India is kind of unsensible to say, because if India isn't there in Asia, I don't think anyone
No
would
one
take
will
the
see.
lead to even like make that contest a contest, because if Pakistan, UAE or Nepal are playing, I don't think there is going to be any viewership, as to say. But yeah, these things are in the future's womb, and we will keep an eye on how this pans out. But we specifically feel that Pakistan should be ripped off the test status on first basis, and the second, India should stop completely playing Pakistan even in the ICC tournaments, neutral venue or India or Pakistan. Anyways, India should take that stance, and might be a harsh stance, but that is what India has been doing politically as well. So why not with cricket? So that's what we think. What do you think about issue? Do India should play Pakistan, or cricket is a game and it should be kept like that? If you keep that ideology, please chime in with your comments and do let us know what you feel about it. Until and unless, take care. Bye bye.